Hey guys, what's going on? Cheese here. So we're going to go over this video really fast. I know I'm kind of late on this, so pardon me for that. We're just going to go over the Banter's VOD of the differences of Soul Hunters. Just keep it really like TLDR. Going to run at a fast pace here, just so we can see everything right away. So the main thing of this fight is that there can be up to 3 hunts. I believe the third hunt starts after intermission, so you'll notice they have 3 groups for the hunt soaks. They have a melee in the first, and then a ranged, and then a ranged. Ways we manage this later in the fight is a lot of immunities, so ice blocks, turtles, DH immune, rogue, cloak, stuff along those lines. But we're really going to save those for later. I believe when we start the fight, only 2 hunts come out at first, and it's always melee will be the first one that we actually soak. So later in the fight, let's say the first person immunes, the second one will be melee as long as it's close to group, and the third one will be ranged. Or it goes melee, range is sort of how it goes. So you'll be split into a group. There'll be a weak aura for that. The main thing is going to be the carriers here. So there will be 3 people to a dispel. So you notice there's 3 marks around the room. These marks are, I believe, mainly for dispels. Oh, no, they're for intermission, sorry. The way we're going to handle the dispels are really with this ping. So you see they have 3 people, so Thessarian, Huya, and Simple. Their ping is assist. So when they go to swap this buff, I believe it's normally around 10 stacks, they will be pinging, and they will meet up with the person. So Banchers will meet up with someone for the dispel, and they will ping, and then they will hit their private aura macro, which will tell the healers to dispel them. That's pretty much it. So there's dispels coming here. They will press their macro. It says macro pest. He's ready for dispel. He's pinging himself, and they will do a nice clean swap. Okay. We normally swap this on around 10. There will be a timer just like that. I will put it in the MRT for dispels on this boss, but that is mainly that. So that's how the dispel mechanic's working. So it goes Banchers to I don't know, PH, let's say, or whatever that name is, and then this guy to Haughty. I believe after intermission, because it does come up, Banchers takes again on the next swap. We will confirm here. That's sort of it. 1 hunt. Yeah, so there's 3 hunts, so 3 per. If it can be immune, it gets immune. If not, it doesn't. Ret Pally can always bubble too. Stuff along those lines, okay? That's it. So you notice there's another dispel coming. Banchers cannot take this one. He still has the debuff. So it'll be these 2 swapping. So again, it's hitting your extra action button to let you know healers know you're ready for a dispel. You will meet up with your ping. And that's it. As long as we do that right and we continuously soak puddle, same as heroic, cleaning up the room is not all that bad. Scary part is the raid damage coming out. This is a large healing absorb on your timers. So you will want to watch this in terms of, are you taking a line? Do you have a debuff on you taking, what's going on to where you might have to wait a second to soak the puddle, just because you don't want to die, right? So lots of heal absorbs for healers. Intermission. So in intermission, you will be linked with 2 other players, so 3 total. There's 1 person linked to 2 others, I guess, so 1 line from 1 person, there's 1 line to 2 individuals. You will be told to play on a mark, and then you will play on that mark like this. So they're told to play on purple, they're playing on purple. Now we're in the intermission where they're soaking balls. So you just really play around this mark. You're going to soak some as you can, and that's kind of it. Make sure you don't take too many stacks, right? He's taking 1 at a time. They're taking a little bit more. Over here, probably tanks and such. But help your friends where you can. Same as heroic, it really shouldn't be that big of a deal. It looks like taking 2 stacks would be fine. And then they're going to restart this phase. The dispel starts at the start of this phase, and so Banchers will ping himself, meet with his friend, and then dispel. And then he starts his thing again, okay? So that's all the changes to P1. And then it's the same, right? It's a fight. And then we're going to go into second intermission. So second intermission, it's a bit of the same thing. You will get linked and you will then go to a mark. You will be linked to different players. And the main thing here is we're just evenly spread around the room, and you kind of just plant with your lines to make sure you're not over top of your friends. You kind of play around your 3 friends and then plant, and that's sort of it. Like, you're always planting, and the people without lines are moving. Doesn't seem all that difficult. Could get chaotic right over here, so they're going to have to move up and down their lines, but if you play equally spread apart, it is not too bad. And then just dispels. And then P3, this part is different than what you guys would be used to, but it is pretty simple, and I will post what the normal thing is. So what most skills do is they stack in the middle to start, just like this, and the boss will jump. They run to the right. We're going to run to the left just because that's what my thing written down says. I can copy paste and I'm lazy. So we will run to the left. and we will stay wherever. So just pretend we ran left here, and we're looking at his jump. If he jumps to the opposite side of the room, we will AFK here just like they do here. If he jumps to one of the sides that is closer to us, we will then use a roar and run through him. Okay, so on their vid, he will drop to the far side of the room, and they will just stand here in AFK. They'll back up a little bit and stand here. They do not get hit by it. If he had come closer, we would roar and then run through him to the other side. Okay, and that's it. And then here, he's going to jump nice and close, and they will roar, and then we would just run through or to the left. Make sense? And that's it. And then we do dispels again, and it comes on the first person again. So there's 2 dispels per set, and it's pretty easy. So right here, they're at the end. They're at 2%. Not a DPS check at all. It's going to be a big healing check, and a swapping dispels, and that's really it. If you guys have questions or comments? Sorry it's coming out so late, but this should get us prepped and good to go for when we get here. Hopefully this week. All right. Thanks, guys.